Hi friends, good evening. This is Oqui, the Wealth Maestro, and I welcome you to this edition of Ace with Oqui. Now today we'll be talking about something very exciting and important. We'll be looking at the 10 different red flags that you must never ignore when it comes to your relationship. Now, why is this important? It is important because most times love is as if it's like the eyes, right? You know, the eye is able to see a speckle in another person's eye, but doesn't realize that there is one on the eye that is you are using to see. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we are able to realize and see in other people's relationship, wow, this thing is not going right. Oh, this is not right. But in your own relationship, you fail to realize the things that are wrong or right. And remember, I told you in the last edition that one of the reasons it is like that is because love is full of emotions, right? And emotion doesn't allow reasoning to surface as much as it should. So I'm going to be taking you through 10 areas that you must have to look out for to know if, hey, this is going to work, or I need to sidestep and walk away from this. The very first one is in their words and action connection. Now, they say that action speaks louder than words, but there is something that is more powerful. When the words and the action are not in line, it is a red flag that you must have to look out for. When he's saying come, but in his action he is actually saying go, you must have to be very careful with that so that you don't fall victim of what lies ahead. You know what the truth is? Whatever you see right now in your relationship is the person's best. Yeah. The moment you say I do, you will begin to see the rest. What does that mean? It means that things will begin to get magnified in such a way that sometimes you begin to ask yourself, is this the same person that I actually got into a relationship with? Right? Now, the second thing that you must have to look out for, a red flag, is uncontrolled anger. There are some people that are a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Whenever they are angry, they are uncontrollable. They begin to destroy things. They begin to say all manner of things. They begin to lash out on you and speak in such a way that you won't be able to reconcile the person when he's at peace or she's at peace, and when the person is now having that anger issue. So you must have to look out for it. Very, very important that you see if this person is able to control his or her emotions, or would explode at you at every slightest provocation. The number 3 thing that you must have to check is, how does this person handle your feelings? Does he just laugh over it? I mean, he or she actually. Do they just laugh over it? Or do they shame you when you express yourself and say, I don't like how this thing is going? Do they just say, you are just too emotional, you are too sensitive, and all that? Or do they take into cognizance what you have said and begin to ask more questions to understand better what actually it is that you are trying to express? You need to know. Why? Because like I told you, love has a lot of emotions in it, and emotion that is not expressed or that is not well received will become a problem in the future. Let me tell you how it happens. Now, you express your emotion and someone just glosses over it, gaslights it, or just laughs over it. When that happens, what happens to your mind is that because your mind will want to protect you, it wouldn't want you to express more emotions. So you begin to hide your emotions, you begin to keep them behind. 2 things could happen. Number 1 is that you can lose touch with your emotions to the point that the person that was mocking you will now begin to complain that you're no longer emotional. The second thing that could happen is that you can just become an oh yes partner in the relationship. You no longer have an opinion, because whenever you say anything, he or she downplays it and doesn't take it seriously. But the problem with it is that those emotions are not going away. No, they are piling up somewhere. And one of these days is going to explode in such a way that you yourself, you begin to ask yourself, am I the one that is reacting like this? Why? Because you have piled up a lot of unexpressed emotions. Why? Because the person you are in a relationship with always mocks you or gaslights your emotions. Now, the fourth thing that you must have to know is a pattern of dishonesty. Look out for a pattern of dishonesty. Not that the person just told a lie once. No. The person lies and lies again. Everything the person says, whether it's jokes, serious, whatever, there must be a lie somewhere. The person is not able to speak the truth and keep it the way it should be. It's not the person is exaggerating or flattering. These are different modes that lies can begin to fester in your relationship. And to you, that is love. You're not looking so good, and the person is saying, "Oh, baby, you're looking ravishing. This is the best I've ever seen you." Hello. The person could be flattering you, and that is a form of lies. That's a form of dishonesty. So you must have to look out for those traces, because whatever you condone right now will be amplified when you get into marriage itself. Number 5 thing that you must look out for is, does the person avoid responsibility? If the person avoids responsibility, the person is still a child. The person is still immature. Whether it's male or female, one of the signs of maturity is that you are able to take up responsibility, shoulder responsibility, and take them. Right? Now, what is the fastest sign for you to know someone who is avoiding responsibility? When the person plays the blame game. I've seen that happen in several relationships. For everything that happens, the person has someone else to blame. Even if it's not the government, it is the economy, or it is how costly things are now, or there must just be something to be blamed, or you that is trying to point out something to the person. The person will blame every other thing but him or herself. That person is avoiding responsibility, and you need to be very careful about such a person. Then number 16 is, how much respect does the person accord to your boundaries? Every living being must have a boundary. What brings about boundary? What brings about it is vision. So let me use a football pitch to explain it to you. Right? Now, imagine playing football or watching a football match without the goalposts. The question is, who is going to win in that match? How would you know the person that won? Right? It is almost impossible to watch a football match without the goalposts, right? Fantastic. Now, as important as the goalposts are, so also are the boundary lines. So that somebody will not kick the ball from here to 2 miles away and come back with the ball and score, and you say the person is in order. So because of that, there are white lines that tells you this is outside the pitch, so it's now throwing, or this is the line that you're not supposed to stand as an attacker, so because of that you are standing offside, and all other rules that you find in football. The same thing you find in every sport. In track and field, there must be a line, a lane that you must run in. If you run outside that lane, you are disqualified. So that is how every human being that wants to be successful must be. There must be a boundary in your life. There must be do's and don'ts for your life. So the question is, this person that you are in a relationship with, how much does he or she respect those boundary lines? So that the person doesn't start pushing the lines, begin to negotiate, begin to say, now you do pass, you the holiest person, why would you? No, the person is able to respect your boundaries. The truth is, if the person is not able to respect your own boundaries, believe me, the person can't also respect his or her own boundaries. Because the true test that you have a boundary and you respect your boundary is that you will respect my own too. So there are certain things I should know that if you go out there you can't do. Why? Because I know you respect my own boundary, so I know you will also respect your own boundary. Is that very clear? Fantastic. Now, number 7 is, how does this person treat other people? You go to a restaurant, how does he talk to the waiter? How does she react to the boat driver that carried her? How does she talk to the cleaner, the janitor? If the person reacts in a different way and comes back to pretend that he or she is a nice person, be very careful, because that thing you see them display out there is their true person. Let me add to this also. If you visit your girl or your guy, watch out how he treats his sisters. Watch out how she respects her brothers. That is exactly what you're going to get when you settle down with him or her. How they treat the other person is a litmus test on how they are going to treat you. So you need to be very careful and look out for those red flags. Number 8 is, what do they have to say about their exes? This is another one, right? Now you tell the person, could you tell me about what happened before now and the lessons you learned from it? And they go like, don't mind them. Don't mind that foolish girl. She thought that she's the only one that I can get. Now I have you. And then you ask for the second relationship and he mentions something else, pushing it to the person. You ask her about the next person. She says, that man is a foolish person, and all that and all that. When you see that for the 3 persons they've dated, they never agreed that they had any faults, that they learned anything in the relationship. Rather, it is the fault of every other person. Guess what? It's soon going to be your own faults too. Yes, because the person is not teachable. The person is not ready to learn the life lessons that come to him or her. So you must have to be careful. And that's why you must ask questions about the exes. Right? How do you know the right person or a person that is teachable? The person is able to own up and say, yeah, I goofed. I made a mistake. I didn't do it right. I didn't treat him well, but I've learned. I've become more mature. I'm now a better person. Yeah, that's the right kind of person. Do you understand that? Now, number 9 is, how much pressure do they put on you to move things faster? They met you this week. Next week, they're already talking about getting married to you. They're already saying, can I meet your parents and all that? The challenge is that a lot of people are impressed with such speed. Because I've heard a lot of people say, I'm tired of all this talking stage. I'm tired of waiting and just whiling away time. Yes, I agree. In as much as you are tired of whiling away time, there is a time that should be allowed for you to get to know each other. Let me give an instance. So you as a lady, you are 25 years old, right? And you met this guy who is 30, right? Great. So 25 plus 30 will give you what? 55 years of living apart. I will tell you why it's 55 years. You guys are living apart, different ideologies, different backgrounds, different idiosyncrasies, different life lessons, different everything, right? Good. Now you meet each other, haven't lived 55 years apart. How do you think that in 3 months you will get to actually know enough to settle down with that person? Think about it. It's just normal common sense. How do you think that in 3 months you will get to know the person, even in 6 months, right? So I'm sure the next thing you're asking is, so how long are you saying we should date? There are certain things you should find out. Until you find out those things, even if it takes you 3 years to find them out, Please find out, because 3 years is not to be compared with the many years that forever has for you, right? So please, let the person not rush you into anything. Yes, they are too old, they are getting old. Take your time and get to know the person. Take your time. I will take another episode to explain certain things, certain points I've raised in this particular one. So please make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Oqui W Maestro, because we'll be opening up these things one after the other. Now, the number 10 thing is, do they have a growth mindset? There is nothing as frustrating as marrying someone that belongs to yesterday. There's nothing as frustrating as that. You are trying to move forward. You're trying to become better. And the person is okay with no movement. That is so frustrating. So, by the time you guys meet, it's not just about going to buy shawarma and going to watch a movie. It's also about sitting down and asking questions about their plans for their lives. How do they want to shape their lives? How do they think that the person coming into their life will be able to come in and fit in properly? You must have to discuss that, right? In your discussion also should be, how would you react if these things you've planned out now doesn't work the way you planned it? Because it is one thing to have high and lofty ideas. It is another thing to be able to change your strategies in the middle of what is happening already. And the person who is able to change strategy is the person that has a growth mindset, not the person that planned it from the beginning. Because if you plan it from the beginning, someone could actually help you do that. AI could actually help you do all that. But if you're able to change strategy, find a better way when something is not going right, that shows growth mindset. I hope you've learned something from this. I want to let you know that love is not blind. The only challenge is that we act ignorant most times that we get into love. And please, make sure you are not that person that will be ignorant of the things that you need to know about a relationship and about your love life. Ask questions, find a mentor, find a coach that would help you with it. All right, so the next time I will come to you, I will be bringing another angle to this red flag issue. I will tell you when I see you again, right? Fantastic. So, my name is Oqui, the Wealth Maestro, and I want to say God bless you. Make sure that you keep growing and keep striving for excellence. Goodbye.